Hello everybody, welcome back to Moddington. Today we are building a library. That said, I have learned now that I need to think bigger, and this is probably not big enough for an actual modern nice library. So I am moving it over here. I thought about bringing it around the corner here and then either opening this up for another road into this direction or something like that. But anyway, I'm keeping the library in this corner of the city because I think it makes sense to have it close to the school, and then maybe even add a university later on somewhere around here. So let's start. I picked these white concrete pillar, white concrete bricks, and then these chiseled cyan concrete because I think the color fits really well. And yeah, we'll start with that. I think I want this up a little bit, just like we had with the houses, but maybe a little bit further up actually. So we'll give this enough space to actually make stairs and, you know, a nice exterior. So maybe we start around here-ish. Let me see, that's probably enough. So we'll have it 2 up, then we'll have the stairs. They will be here, maybe here-ish. And then we still have space. I think that's fine. So I'm just gonna freehand that a little bit. And yeah, I see you once I've got the outline. So I might have gotten a little bit ahead of myself here, but I kind of finished the whole shell. This is what we've got so far. Got the windows, everything, and the red inside the windows that you're seeing there, that's me planning out where everything is supposed to go. I'm not yet sure if that's gonna work, but we'll have a look. So I want a little bit of a like reception desk, book return type area here, but also I want, it's a little bit dark, but there will be light, but a little bit of nice staircase up, and you can actually look up. I kept a little hole there, and you'll see how it'll be later, because here I want to put a plant feature and then some seating under the stairs, and then this is supposed to be some sort of, I don't know, maybe there's a lecture or courses or something like that. So I want to fill this area with, I don't know, chairs and stuff like that. Then over here will of course be books. So I'm making a little bit artistic choices here, but these 2 long ones, that's gonna be books. This and this and this also gonna be books, and then here probably some seating so you can read your books. And then here I want like a kids area, so that'll be a little bit more colorful. And then up here I want different areas for reading and looking at books. And of course here's going to be some sort of like study area with computers and all that kind of stuff. So that'll be all tables and chairs. And yeah, I guess let's hop right into doing all this. Just had to murder a couple of chickens real quick, but this is where we're at right now. So we're not quite done yet, but just to give you a little overview, this is what it's looking like. This is downstairs, and then I have the kids section here. It went through a few iterations, but I think this is fine what I settled on. Little reading nooks for the kids, nice paintings. These lamps aren't what's gonna be there. I still have to do this section and the entryway, but here's the study area. Bunch of computers. I'm not quite sure what I want to put on these things here, to be fair, so maybe I'll just put tables and chairs without computers there. I don't know yet. I'll have to think a little bit what I want to put there. But yeah, everything that's encased in these brown, these are trapdoors, by the way, from one of the mods. So I put these so it looks really nice. But yeah, this is what I've got so far. Can see it's a little bit like a maze in this area. Not quite sure if I like it and if I'll keep it this way, but I think it's kind of cool though. But yeah, I'll do a little bit more decorating, and of course I'll have to do these two downstairs areas as well and fix the lamps because that's not the vibe. But yeah, let's get to that. Right, so I've been playing around a little bit with the lights, and I think I've settled on something. I'm not sure how happy I am with it. But it does at least cover all the spots that need to be lit up. Not quite sure I like this little light stripe here, but I'll think about it. I did at first try to make it like more industrial, kind of like with these rows, but I don't think I like that either, so I'll probably just fix those up real quick and then do the same here and move those fairy lights into the middle somewhere. Finishing touches have been done, and I think we're good to go. So I put a little bit of light at the bottom of each of these columns just to get a little bit of light at night, and put those planters out there. And then inside I put a return policy, opening hours, and of course a thank you note. Nice little painting. So this entrance area, it's a little bit empty-ish, but also enough space for people to come in and out. I put like a little check-in or check-out counter here, and I thought these here could be like return shelves or something like that. And I put 2 more shelves over here as well. A little bit of an office area, you know, bit of clutter. And that is the entrance. And then here is like some sort of, I don't know, activity, multi-purpose area. So you could have classes here, you could have like, I don't know, gatherings, all kinds of stuff. So I put, you know, tables and chairs, a few plushies, a little bit of, I don't know, blackboards and stuff, and a carpet. So I thought that it'll be nice and cozy and big enough to have an activity. Then here's the kids area. I put carpet down here as well. So I put the same carpet everywhere because I feel like even with a fancy place you'd have like limited money, so you'd just be ordering all the same. You know what I mean? But yeah, I switched this out for this darker purple. I think that looks a bit nicer for this area. I think I showed you the pictures earlier as well, so that's those. And the lighting I switched up and I put those fairy lights just around the middle one. And then here is the seating. I put little stools here because I figure like maybe you have a bag or like extra books that you want to put somewhere if you're here to read. So that's what I did. Nothing changed here in the middle other than I changed the railings and those railings up here just to make them not pop so much. I want them to just fit, and I think that's worked. So I did the same thing here with those stools as well, and I put these things just to have a little bit of, I don't know, extra stuff, I guess. I did fix the lights, as you can see. They're all with these little inner circles now. I put these images, like these pictures, around those columns because I thought that might be really nice just to give it a touch of color and coziness. I did a tiny bit of cluttering up this area, but I wouldn't want it too cluttered, so I just put a little bit of stuff here. And those tables and chairs as well. So I think, honestly, I think it came out pretty nice. We'll have a quick look when it becomes night, and then we can have a look what that looks like. So here it is from the outside at night. I think it looks really, really lovely. And yeah, I think that's it for today. Make sure you subscribe, comment, like, all the good stuff. If you have an idea for a building that I could build next, let me know in the comments. I want to know and I'll build it. So yeah, I see you next time. Bye.